say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. And the Trojans will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Minnesota's offense will have the football first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Finds a little space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So USC's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now is when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowned a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Makes the grab. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Trojan. The offense cashing it in on that drive. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Going to swing it on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Woodside. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a...
There's a live football. Defense grabs the football and there he goes. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown USC. The defense putting points on the board.
And this is one of the safest plays in football. Just take the snap, dive forward for the QB sneak. No, sir. He doesn't get the snap, fumbles the football. All the scrum, the ball bounces around. The defense finds it, takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
It's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. He got it. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Ball State looked less like a flock of Cardinals and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in Muncie, and today they found a way.
He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Bringing it back. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Trojans. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. On the move and looking deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down. get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They told us they wanted to start fast. Doesn't get much quicker than a 24-0 lead early. Gives it on the option.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Shakes off the defender. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Tries to get it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at on the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
Complete to the right. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Got his man down the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
But I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And they've found no answers so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's the handoff. Got room to work. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38?
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You can tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it?
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Trojans. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
38, Minnesota, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Get it out on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
This one's complete.
Well, And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Guzman. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. They want to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, USC!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you needed some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big.
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply... is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Fighting off the defender. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Fires to the big fella. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play,
and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans! And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
no doubt, everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute good.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, better look out. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And he missed it. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. He might want another play. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got it.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Wants to throw again. Setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Buys a little extra time. Looking for room at the 40. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the 1st down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. And the Trojans are on the move. Here's a heat. A little screen to the running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Trojans will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Boy, they had a chance to... A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give as they work on that clock. Gets it past the marker. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Breaks into the open. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough for the 1st. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. And